Hello, supernovas, and welcome to the practice room. Now, I know a lot of you may be thinking, what the heck is the practice room? What is that exactly? It's exactly what it says. It's a practice room. It's a practice space where you can come and either practice the tools and AI techniques that I'm going to show you. You can come and practice Canva. You can come and practice everyday life stuff, like say like a neurodivergent mom who has an autistic child. You may want to come and practice how to keep that child from having meltdowns when you go to the grocery store. I know for a lot of parents like that, it's very difficult to do regular everyday stuff away from home because breaking that familiarity and that structure is just a whirlwind of emotion for that child. Well, I have some tools and some strategies that I've put in place that you can get here in the school. And we can practice and go through some of those things for those of you who want to do that. School is also for that homeschooler or an educator, even. Camp counselor, after school program, even some therapists and doctors if they want. This is a space where you can come and practice. Maybe there's a speech you need to give. Maybe there's a big meeting you need to have. You're, what if you're a single parent and you're having to go to one of these big school meetings all alone? You want to do a practice run, a dry run with somebody. Come to the school. We can either get a few people in the community to do it, or if no one's available, you and I can jump on a private call and do it. It really, really helps. I wish I had that. I wish I really had that kind of support where we could do practice meetings and dry runs so I would at least have some kind of confidence as to what I was walking into. Because it was always, I felt just so out of place because it's you on one side of the table and all these representatives of the school on the other side of the table. Yeah, that was never a good feeling. For 12 years, that was never a good feeling. Okay. And then there's, again, practice sessions for those moms with um, sensory kids. You may want to practice. You can even practice. That's one of the big things that I want to do is practice travel. I know a lot of you, that's not even on your radar. It doesn't have to be a just no. It doesn't have to be just a flat no. A lot of your a lot of the fear I know you're having is fear of the unknown, how your child's going to react to not being in the bedroom, how the child's going to react to all these people around, how the child's going to react to being at the airport and somebody accidentally brushes up against them when they're trying to put their luggage up in the overhead bin, right? All those things go through your mind and you're like, nope, forget it. Mm-mm. Come to the school. We can practice different scenarios that you can do at home. Yes, I said practice at home in their familiar surroundings. You can set up different rooms in your home to mimic an airport, the airplane, a cruise ship cabin, even a hotel night. While you're doing that, I would suggest that you go online to different agencies like Autism on the Seas and Autism Double Checked, Wings for All, and sign up for different actual practice events. Yes, all of those organizations have real live practice events where you go to those events and participate for the day. Okay, most of them, I believe, are once a year, and they're probably all done for this year. But you can practice at home and get ready for those events. Okay, you can practice at home now and get ready to travel for Christmas. Even if you get some practice in, it will help. It really will help to give your child some type of familiarity. I will put the links to my YouTube channels. I have one for, like I said, the homeschoolers and educators, and I have another link for the parents with sensitive children who want to travel. You should not have to give up travel, and your child should not have to be deprived of making family memories. You all deserve that. You all deserve that. I took my child everywhere, ADHD and all. Both of us, and our both of us with ADHD, we traveled all the time. I started locally doing small trips. Make sure I bring all his toys and whatever I knew that he wanted, his favorite stuff. Pack it all up and we would bring it every single time. I would get him a little suitcase so he could have all his stuff together in one place. And he could wheel it because he was very independent, wanted to do everything on his own. So I got him his own suitcase. He carried his own toys. He didn't care about the clothes as long as he had his toys. That worked for him. That worked wonders for him. And we got to go. Traveling can teach them so much that sitting in a classroom can never teach them. Never teach them. This world out here is a big, big field of untapped education. And I think every kid should have the opportunity to experience it. So come into the school and we can practice some scenarios. I will walk you through step by step exactly what to do. Go, like I said, go to my YouTube channels. I'll put the links in the community. And I'm going to really start going in on some videos of telling you things that you can do, what to do. And then you'll come here to the school and you'll see videos that go in depth about how to do it. And then if you want further hand holding and you want to practice some things, then we'll set up a call. Okay? And again, the same thing for the homeschoolers and the educators. If I'm going to put videos on YouTube on some different, oh, excuse me, different things that you can do and how to use Canva, how to use AI, how to use different AI music apps. Yes, AI music apps. You can create your own music for your classes. It is so cool. So cool. I can't wait to show you that. Music is the key for these classes. Music is the key. A lot of these kids are very easily triggered because their neurodivergent system, they're neurodivergent, which means that their systems are out of balance. The brain and the nervous system are they're dysfunctioning. So they're struggling with regulating themselves, regulating their emotions, staying focused, staying on track, paying attention, remembering things, memory recall. All of that comes from having a neurodivergent brain, which just means they think differently. They process information differently. So I have some information that I'm going to put on my YouTube channel to tell you what you can do, tools you can use. And then you'll come here in the school and we'll go deep in and I can show you how to use those tools and those strategies. And then again, if you want to go deeper or just want a private session, we can set up a one-on-one call. It's a practice session, whatever you want. But I also want to sprinkle in some fun because a lot of you moms and caregivers and educators don't have a chance to breathe because you just run with these kids all day, all the time. And when you're home, you're planning for the next day, you're planning for the next lesson, planning for the next meeting. You don't take a break for you. So every last Friday of the month, we're going to do something fun and it's going to be music related. Okay? Something like a group karaoke. We can do something like masked lip syncing, or if you can sing, we can do masked singer. I want to take away from true talent. Okay, we can do something like name that tune, maybe like a virtual model of Shazam. I don't know if y'all remember that game with Jamie Foxx and his daughter. Okay, different games that were back in the day that we love to watch on TV. I can spin them and make them a music-based fun game for us to play. Try it out. We can have dance sessions. We can have a soul train line. We can have line dancing like we're on a cruise ship. Yeah, wait a minute. See a cruise ship? Where is it? Yeah, a cruise ship right here. We're definitely going to work up to that. If the class gets big enough, we're going to have a class reunion on a cruise. And I'm going to start doing crash courses on cruise ships. That's going to be one of my high level. That's going to be one of my high level offers. Crash courses on cruise ships. Okay, so look forward to that. All right, so just wanted to give you that brief overview of what to expect here in the group. If you have some ideas of what you would like to have a practice session with or on or about, put it in the community. Welcome everyone in. Again, the community is free. Come in, introduce yourself, tell us something about yourself, tell us something about your kids if you like, and let's really get to know each other and support one another, okay? This is definitely, absolutely support, support, support all the way. No shaming, blaming, criticizing, judging. We deal enough with that out in the public. That's not at all going to be happening here. Zero tolerance. We deal enough with that from the public. Not here. Not here. So thank you so much for joining, and I can't wait to see what we do together. All right, enjoy the rest of your weekend.